Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Hermitcraft server. This is Tango, and today I am joined by two amazing people. We got Azuma and Mumbo here with me. How you doing, guys?
Doing pretty
Hello.
good. I'm excited.
Doing well.
Excellent, excellent. So today we are here for a very specific reason. We're starting a very big project here. If you look around, you'll notice we are surrounded by 4 witch huts. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is actually one of the reasons we picked this seed, because quad witch huts, good times, good times. So, you guys ready? You guys ready to do this?
I'm ready. I'm just thinking, like, the whole of the last season went by, and we never made use of the quad witch huts there.
Yeah,
but
we had them there, but
this
never got
time,
around to it.
yeah, this time we're gonna make the huts. But also these ones are even better than before because of the changes they made in 1.8.1. So it's going to be like having
Right.
6 of the
It is.
original witch huts, which is going to be
It
crazy.
is going to be insane. I can't wait.
Absolutely.
So, but we do have an obvious kind of dilemma here.
Yeah,
Here's
I've
the
noticed.
problem.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Hang on. There's me, there's you, and there's Mumbo, and that's 3. But there's 4 witch huts.
Right.
Yeah.
So we have a problem here.
Yeah.
Do you
How are we
guys?
going to get around that?
I think we need a 4th person.
Yeah, we're
Fourth
going to need a
person?
fourth person.
So I got someone in mind.
Yeah. Who's that?
Yeah. if you're up for someone new, maybe I got a
New
buddy.
sounds
His name
good.
is ImpulseSV. You might have heard of him.
I have heard of that guy. He
Yeah,
makes
you know
those
what?
awesome
Have you?
Minecraft stuff.
Yeah, I've heard of it
that
too.
He's
Him-
not too shabby. What do you say we call him in here?
I think that's a good idea. How can we get him
Okay.
though?
Well, we have to do this thing, all right? We have to chant his name, and I think we can actually summon him in. Wanna
That
give it a try?
sounds crazy. Let's give it a try.
I know. All right, here
It
we
sounds
go. Ready?
ridiculous, but we'll give it a shot. All right.
All right.
Impulse.
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 Oh,
Hey!
it worked! Whoa!
Oh!
Oh!
Wow!
What an amazing explosion of colour!
Wow!
Hello.
That was so dramatic.
Hi.
Hello.
I heard my name being called. What's going on?
We're just standing here looking around at these witch huts, and there's 3 of us, and we kind of feel like, hey, we need a 4th person here to help us build one. Do you feel like building a witch hut?
I certainly do. That sounds amazing.
It
We heard
sure
you're up to the
does.
challenge.
Well, yes, definitely.
So, it's official then. We have a new hermit here to help us get a big project underway.
All right.
Welcome to the server, guy.
Welcome,
thanks.
Impulse.
It's going to be awesome to have you here. Have some
Here.
carrots.
That's awesome because I have no food.
Excellent. This is what we eat here on Hermitcraft. Only the finest buttered carrots.
Like it already. Well, thanks for the invite.
No problem. Awesome. I'm excited and looking forward to this, and it's going to be great to have you amongst the group. You're obviously a technical Minecrafter, like well, all of us right here are the technical sorts here on the server. Do you want to let people know what you're about and
yeah,
where
yeah.
they can find you?
Definitely. My passion for Minecraft's all around automation. So get into the technical space that way and farming and all those good things. So yeah, got a YouTube channel. I'm sure if you guys are willing. put
Oh
some
yeah,
links
it's all
to
going to be linked
stuff.
down there in the description box. Go and check out
Definitely.
ImpulseSV, guys. He's the newest hermit, and I guess it's kind of the perfect project then if you like automation and that kind of side of things.
Absolutely.
Because we're going to be tying all 4 of these farms together. But for now, I guess what we're going to do is just each of us in this episode, because we wanted to get it like kind of done in one go. Because 4 huts, if one person sort of undertook it or we did it over time, it'd be episode after episode of people building witch huts, and that'd get boring. So we all just want to bang it out and get the witch huts done, like in this episode, which is going to be fun.
It's going to be a tough
Can't wait.
one, but I'm sure it'll be enjoyable.
Yep.
Yeah, it will be a lot of fun.
Alright.
And
Shall we do it?
yeah, I guess that's it. So we've all got to go build our witch huts, and then I guess we'll probably convene if we have the time once we've done it,
We'll
and maybe
try,
we can
yep.
discuss what happens after that. Because obviously, once the farms are built, there's other jobs to do, like tying them together and building item sorting systems, and all that crazy stuff. Which
Yep.
I'll probably leave it to you guys to do that. I'm gonna just crack on with building the witch hut and then see what happens. So, good luck, guys.
Awesome.
I guess.
Sounds
All
good
right.
to me. Let's get down
Have
to
fun.
business.
All right, awesome. And there you go, you heard it here first. We have a new Hermit on the server, ImpulseSV. It is always exciting when someone new joins, and what an epic way to join. We are undertaking what's going to be one of the biggest projects here on the Hermitcraft server, the Quad Witch Hut Farm. It's going to be amazing. We're going to have loads of redstone and gunpowder and loads of potion ingredients. The things that we're going to be able to do with these resources is going to be absolutely amazing. And the other guys have logged off. Mumbo's actually still on the server. He's somewhere else recording another video, and Impulse and Tango have gone to work. So I am left here right now. I'm going to be the first person to start work on one of these farms. And what I'm thinking about is getting some resources over here that all of us can use. Now these things are very expensive to build, but there's some materials that are going to be needed in bulk to build all of these farms. So I'm thinking about, hey, why don't we just grab as much stuff as we can, bring it all over here, and make everyone's lives a little bit easier, having all the materials we need to build this kind of readily available. So that is the plan as of right now, to start off by moving tons and tons of materials over here. We'll get into a little bit more detail with that in a moment. Just wanted to mention, last episode, loved all of your feedback. I asked you guys what your favourite thing about Hermitcraft was, and it was great to read all of those comments. But one of the most favoured things are collaborations, and we had a little bit of one right there. And I'm hoping we can all meet up again once we've built our witch huts and talk about how the project's gone along. And I think in the future I'm going to try and do collaborations a little bit more. I do enjoy them myself. It's just sometimes very easy just to kind of do your own thing and make your videos at your own pace. So, warning, when we go through here you can see a massive lava lake. This kind of scared me a little bit. This is another thing that needs to be done. Not sure if I'm going to have time to do it today. We seem to be safe. I don't see any ghasts around here, and you can see I've got a fire resistance potion on my hotbar. So the hub for the Nether is just around the corner here. You can get a good idea of where things are from one another. So down there is the end portal, and then along here you can see we've got the lava lake. So as I was coming out to the end here, I had the coordinates written down, and as we got to this end bit, I was looking out to the left and I was thinking, I hope we don't have to go over there. And I dug through the wall here, and the lava lake just extends over onto this side. It is absolutely enormous. What a crazy, amazing lava lake. But anyway, if we go back round this way, we're just going to walk through the hub while I talk about what it is we're going to do. Do you know what? I'm thinking it might be a good idea to at least extend this platform and make it a little bit safer. Wow, saying that just sounds so sensible and reasonable. We'll definitely do that, because we don't want to be walking over here with loads of materials and fall to our death or anything like that. And speaking of that, I don't have my armor on because we were doing a little bit of recording, so we'll put that back right there. And by the way, thanks for all the feedback on the hub. It looked really good. Can't wait to get the ball rolling with this thing. I'm not sure if anyone else has done anything here yet, but we've got another meeting coming up real soon. And of course, I'm going to be encouraging everyone to jump on with this. Let's just go have a quick look again. It really does look nice. And I can't remember if I tidied all of this up around here and showed you that on camera. I don't think I did. I also cleared out this over here for Spunwax, so that goes around the corner down to his tunnel. But it is looking real nice. And one of the questions that was brought up about this hub was what's going to happen in between each of the rooms, because obviously there's going to be a little bit of space between each portal, and that's where I think things are going to be real interesting, because we can just go in and kind of create like a patchwork path that connects things together, and I think it's going to be really nice once it's done. And also the portal here, it can't be rotated to the side. Did see a few comments about that, about how it's a portal room, but you can't see the portal when you're facing it, or at least the blocks in the middle. And if we were to rotate this, then, you know, the room is odd on one side, even on the other, it'll get thrown all out of place. But anyway, enough rambling about that. I'm going to figure out what materials we're going to be taking across. I'm going to sort out my inventory and my ender chest, and we're basically going to be taking a few trips back and forth through the Nether. I might have to make some speed potions for that to make things go a little bit quicker. But we're going to be taking a ton of materials over there, and I guess I'll inform you on how it goes. Hello there. I hope this isn't a little bit too close for your liking, but I have been very busy moving lots and lots of resources around and crafting loads and loads of redstone stuff. That looks really weird. And do you want to know what I am inside of right now? Can you guess what it is? It is a giant... Whoa. I don't think we're supposed to be able to do that. And I can kind of move around here. This looks really cool. We can see the part of the world that's actually being rendered because of this strange bug, which I have no idea how I'm doing, but there you go. Okay, I wasn't expecting to see that today. I can also jump as well. Do you know what I think it is? It's like where we've gone into F5 mode. It's not taking into account that I'm looking upwards, and that, my friends, is a bug. We go down like this and then back up again. Does it fix it? No, it doesn't. Oh, okay, doesn't matter. Let's head out of here. Let's get the old F1 off as well so we can see what we're doing. This is an enormous cube of redstone. Now, you've seen people do this before in time lapses, and I want to do a time lapse. This is a special one. This is almost 9 times 9. In fact, I counted up all of the redstone that I had, put it onto a website that could calculate the cubed root of something. So unless I've got that wrong, this isn't the cubed root. But it said I could do a 9 by 9 cube, and I've run out, as you can see, on the top layer here. Anyway, let's take a step back and have a look at this thing. It's going to look amazing. And yeah, we're going to mine it all. It's going to be an awesome time lapse. Now, here's the thing. I haven't been caving on this server for about 2 months. I'd say the first month this server is up. I think we're into like the 3rd or 4th. So yeah, it's been about 2 months since I've been caving, I'm pretty sure. Haven't done any since then. Got loads of materials in the beginning. Had no need to go around again. But I'm just surprised at just how much I actually collected. And when I go caving, I do go a bit crazy. You know, I go for long periods of time, get tons and tons of materials, just so when it's done, you can have plenty of it lying around. And we need all of this for the witch farm, and it's time for a time lapse. I've got to stop babbling. I do that way too much, and it's going to be awesome. It's going to be epic. So let's get rid of all of this redstone. You know what that was? Amazing! Oh, it was so cool. And now I'm throwing up redstone. That was a lot of fun. And do you know what usually happens after we mine loads of these materials? We play a little guessing game, don't we? And we're not going to be doing that today because I can't be bothered to count all of this. But oh my god, look at that. That is redstone for days. That is us and our witch hut right there. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 6 stacks of the blocks themselves, then another one right there, so 7, probably about 8 or 9 stacks of redstone blocks. That is perfect. That is going to be plenty for this redstone farm and for future projects as well. But as of right now, what we actually need to do is head back over to the farm, because I've already moved over loads of materials like we were talking about. So now I can finish crafting up all of the redstone stuff. I've already made a start on that, and then we're going to go over there and check out all of the things that I've moved over. So we have made it back over here, and once again on my about 6th or 7th trip over here, I've forgotten to change my Depth Strider boots. Now I've been trying to get better at this, but I'm sure you all know what it's like. You're doing something, hey, I need this material, I need that thing. You go over to your base and you forget why you go over there. It feels like that, but I'd say I've done a pretty decent job today. So let's grab this stone right here. JL2579 is the guy who designed the witch farm that we're going to be building, and he put a list of all the things we need for it in the description box, which turned out to be incredibly useful because it has allowed me to get well and truly prepared. So we've got more than enough materials for most of these. Some of these are exact, but you can see a lot of stuff is basically going to go into this farm right here. So it's a good thing we had all of that redstone to hand. So I brought over loads of string, courtesy of TFC. I plan on going over there and farming some of that back as soon as I can. We got some food. We got a load of stone right here. Let's put some more in right there. You can see I got some glass. We do need a little bit more of that. So I'm going to take a trip to the desert as well. And we got some sea lanterns, which are also part of the build. And I'm not sure where exactly it is they are used, but I'm looking forward to the tutorial and finding out. So I brought over a load of iron blocks, loads of dark oak wood, some gold, and the beacon. I've even got that written on my list on my other screen. Okay, so it looks like we got a couple more jobs to do. And what else have I written down there? Stone and wood, yes, we've done that. We're also going to need additional hoppers for the floor. And I think we've got enough wood and iron right there to cover that. So yeah, at the moment I'm looking at doing a few more things before we start building this farm. We're going to go to the desert, get a little bit more sand. We're going to do some AFK farming for string over at TFC's area, because the other guys are going to need a lot of that as well. And obviously working together we're going to get it done so much quicker. And the other thing I was thinking about doing is this little bit right here. But it just depends on how much time I have, because it shouldn't take too long. It's nice and out in the open, which means there's not a lot of digging. It's just a case of transporting the cobblestone over here, because you can see this thing is quite big. And I have been thinking, where there's these long stretches like this, do we really need to make it as big as we've made it right there? Maybe we can just make a smaller tunnel for this bit, because, I don't know, when it comes around to actually building it, then you can make a decision, like, do I really want to do all of that? And I got some pistons in my inventory. Didn't even notice. Yes, I crafted a few stacks of those. Anyway, I'm doing it once again. I'm rambling. I'm just excited at the moment. This is going to be an awesome project, but we've just got a couple more jobs to do before we can get going. It is now morning for me, and you can probably tell by the old morning voice. But I did get the extra materials we were looking for, got some glass sorted out, and I got some extra string here as well. TFC's farm is awesome, he done a good job with this thing, it works just fine. So I've been standing here collecting some string, and I've also resupplied him with more string than I took earlier. So we've got enough for about 2 witch farms at the moment. I'm going to come back here and do some more of this later, but for now we're going to head back over to the witch farm site, and we're going to pick a spot to build this farm. That's right, I remembered it. On my final journey over here, I got the Depth Strider boots. Awesome. Actually had to make some new ones because I couldn't find my old ones. But there you go. And it's really nice hanging out here under the water. It's very peaceful. And sometimes you see some squid swimming around or some sheep like that guy over there. And it looks like it's raining as well. It is. Oh, it's always raining. Anyway, let's climb up to the top here. Yep, I came back over with my boots, so brought a few more materials, and also I found the beacon. It was in the mesa biome. It took me a while to remember where I last left it, because I only have the one, you know, I keep leaving it in a location and then having to travel around to pick it back up again. But we've got it now, that's going to aid in our building, and now it's time for us to pick a witch hut, and I think the other guys have been on, so some of these might have already started. That one over there hasn't. Neither has that one. What about this one? Nope. And that one over there, also nope. So none of the witch huts have been started at this point. So I'll probably be the first one to get mine done. So I'm going to do this one over here. The reason why is just because, I don't know, when I look at them, for some reason I feel like doing this one. Plus you can see a little bit more of the amplified terrain in the background, which is going to be a nice sight when building. So anyway, let's get right to it and let's start building this witch hut. You know what's going to help us with the construction of this? A good old beacon. That is going to make building this witch farm right here a lot easier. That's right, I decided to just go ahead and build the entire thing, and there it is. Doesn't it look absolutely amazing? I think it looks really cool, and this thing is complete entirely. Now, it hasn't been hooked up to the other ones yet, and some of the other ones haven't been built. Mumbo's made good progress on his one over there, which is kind of hidden behind the trees. But this thing right here is done, finished, finito. I decided to just go ahead and get the whole thing done because you've seen me build witch farms a couple of times. You're going to be watching the other guys do it. And I thought, hey, we'll just skip all of that bit right there. So I've had a lot of fun building this. I'd say it took about 3 hours in total. It goes surprisingly well when you're prepared, you know. When you've got all of the materials and you've got a good tutorial to follow, it does not take too long at all. And I followed JL2579's tutorial as well. I think he invented this entire farm by himself, which is no surprise, of course. He's a member of the Zip crowd, and I've left a few blocks up here that I need to take down. But anyway, there's obviously going to be a link to that video in the description box. Be sure to check it out if you're looking for a good tutorial on a witch farm. But this is it right here. We can turn it on and off, and this will be the first time that it's been turned off when it's ready to be fully used. So we're turning off the lights, and we might see some spawns, but we are kind of standing very, very close. So let's move away and see what happens. I will get that block in a moment, don't you worry. So if we stand over the edge here, a little bit further back, we might get some spawns. Do you know what? There's no caving done in this area, but I reckon if we go and stand up the top there, we'll see some spawns, which is what we'll do in a moment. And it's going to be good for the other guys, because that means they can get some redstone from this thing. Obviously, Impulse is only been on here for a few days and probably hasn't gathered too many materials, so having a witch farm ready would be pretty amazing. And we can't see anything when we go in here. I don't know why I did that. So building all of this went really smoothly. Didn't make any errors at all. It was really easy to follow the tutorial. And there was one funny little thing about it. You see these cauldrons up the top here? You got to put water in them, and then you got to drink the water out with some of the bottles, which are they called bottles? I think they're called bottles. I don't have them on me, but I found that a little bit strange. Whilst building, I was just sipping away water. Which was strange and kind of unexpected. Anyway, if we go down here, I've dug the pit all the way down below. I mean, this has got everything. It's got the platforms, it's got all of the redstone in place. We can turn it on and off. And down the bottom, we have all of the hoppers for a collection point. So, have we got anything yet? No. We might have something on this side. No. Okay. Fair enough. I haven't been up to the top yet. Once we've gone up there, then all should be good. And I forgot to place these down. That's the last thing I had to do. So we've got 6 chests for storage, and I am obviously keen to do some AFKing at the moment up the top. So let's head up there and have a look from that top point. I'd love it if we had a zoom button in this game. I've been standing here for a while, and I've seen some things happen a couple of times. You can see some cauldrons and pistons moving, but that's it. So there's probably been about 4 witches that have spawned, and nothing else since. And we'll stare at this for a few more seconds, but it's getting really boring already. Spoiler alert. Mumbo's one is over here as well. Of course, you know exactly what's going on. He built his one out of iron. We were going to build it out of stone, except we didn't communicate with each other very well. And so Mumbo's done his out of iron. So what's going to happen is I think Mumbo's and whoever's building the one over there are going to be iron, and then stone and stone for those two over there. And I think it got activated when we were sort of looking over to this side. Trying to keep my eye on it. It's not the most exciting of things to watch. But there you go. It's been built. It's done. We can move on to something else for the rest of this episode. We're hoping to meet up with the other guys before we publish our videos. We've got a scheduled date for Sunday, which will be probably when you're watching this video. So hopefully we can meet up again and record together. But I've got some other things I want to do this episode, so we will do those. However, what I'd like to do right now is just gather up the rest of the materials I got left over from this thing and donate them to the chest over here, because I know that Impulse and Tango are going to be needing some extra resources. So let's have a rummage through these chests and see what I've got left over. So all of this right here is what I've got left over. Obviously a lot of redstone right here, which will come back to us in no time at all once this farm is up and running, which technically is right now. And what I've been thinking of doing is actually building another pillar just over here somewhere and to go directly above this farm, because I think AFKing directly above this is going to be better than over there, because if you look at the distance you're probably loading a lot of caves under this area right here. So we'll have a temporary AFK spot up there for now, and then that one will keep this one loaded and running. And doesn't it look awesome? I really do think it looks really cool. Yes, so I'm going to tidy up. Look, we've got loads of junk and stuff from where we've been digging and building the farm, and I've got to do a little bit of item transporting, so I'll build the AFK spot and get some of that done. However, we're going to be moving on to something else now, so I'll tidy up all of this, take it back over to the other spot, and I'm probably going to be meeting you again when we're inside the Nether. Now, I know what you're thinking. This doesn't look like the Nether. It doesn't look like it at all. We are like really high up in the world. Let's press F3. We're at 156. This might be a good spot to AFK. I think it might be a little bit too high as well, but the view from up here is absolutely fantastic. And there is actually a river that runs through this area, and you can see it because the colour of the water is different, I think, in the different biomes. So you can kind of see the river going around, which looks really cool. But the view is breathtaking, especially of this area over here. Amplified terrain, best decision ever. There's the witch hut down there. I think I'm going to stand here for about maybe a minute or two longer, and then we're going to hop down and see if we get any items before I leave this place, because it'd be nice to know if this works. It should do, it should do. So I was AFK up there for about 15 minutes, and no surprise, it works, it works. We've got an AFK spot, and of course these guys drop bone meal as well. I don't remember them dropping bone meal, but there you go, that's another good thing from this, and arrows as well, that's awesome. And spider eyes. Actually, I got a feeling there's other mobs spawning inside of there as well. Yeah, look, rotted flesh. So it's a kind of an all sorts farm, which is really great, actually. Kind of like that we got that, although it's a little bit unexpected. Maybe there's a bit of a river biome up there or something like that inside the witch hut. But there you go. And now we will actually be heading into the Nether this time. Look at that guy. He has just been hanging out up there for a few minutes now. And he can't see me. I think he must be stuck inside a couple of blocks. But anyway, we're here in the Nether, and this is what I wanted to show you. I have safely set up a platform to get between the two places. Now, I know we don't have walls on the side and a roof. I completely miscalculated just how much time I had today to spend on this. So this is all I've done for now, but it means we can get safely between the two, which is awesome. And I also forgot that we're going to meet up again to kind of discuss things and then sign off on the episode. And I was going to record my outro right here, so we're going to meet up with the other guys in a little bit. And I am, of course, going to record it for you to watch.
Yes. Did you want to go no armor, or does it matter?
Oh, yeah, I'll take off me. I'll be polite. Oh, I've only got room for me helmet. Great. You can have a lily pad, some cobblestone. There we go. That'll do.
Impulse is like, resources.
Yay! Finally something.
Awesome. All right then, so we did it. All 4 huts are built.
We have got all 4 witch farms.
You guys built yours out of iron.
Yes, we did.
blame Tango.
Hey.
Yeah, I got to rebuild mine at some point. It's all right. I think it looks better with iron. It does.
Yep.
Looks clean.
Yeah, I hate to say it, Exuma. It does look slightly better with iron.
Gives it a nice industrial look.
Mm-hmm.
So we did it. All 4 huts are built. It didn't really take too long, did it? It was just.
We all did them in one day, I think. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, one little session, and then boom, we've got quad witch huts. So my one's actually functional, but I know you two didn't put the drops at the bottom.
Yeah.
What about you, Mumbo? Did you get the drop in?
I'm actually about to start doing the drop. In the video, I will have done the drop. I haven't done it yet. Oh, this is getting confusing.
Oh,
But
man.
yeah, I will have done.
You're in the future.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
The
I'm,
rest of the
I'm
video's
recording
in the
this in
past.
the. Yeah, you know.
Oh. All right then. Well, I'll leave the beacon here. I've got a beacon in my ender chest. I'll drop it off here so you can make use of that. That makes it a lot quicker to dig. But what is the next step for this project?
Yeah, next step is we got to obviously finish the drops and make each witch farm fully functional, and then we have to talk about how we want to merge the streams together. Well, we're having an interesting conversation though, because I think with quad witch huts and what they're going to produce, like it's going to overflow a single hopper. So we're going to have to come up with something a little interesting with the sorting system, I think.
Yeah, it's
It's a
going to
great
be.
problem to have.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
First
problems
problems.
mean solutions and fun figuring things out.
Yep.
So I imagine you two are going to be taking the lead on that, right?
Probably. Yep. Impulse and I'll take care of all that.
And then I've been talking about one day, like way off in the future, once we got, ridiculous amount of drops, like making an actual perimeter and then filling in like the entire floor with redstone lamps and redstone blocks in like a massive pattern. But I was just
That would be
thinking,
awesome.
don't slimes spawn on them? Like in the light level?
Yes.
Yep.
And so I think actually,
Well-
I think slime spawning in swamps obeys to different mechanics to when they spawn in a chunk. So I think light levels, like, do you see any slimes right now?
Not
No,
currently.
good point. I think you're right. Yeah.
But a moment ago it was nighttime and we could see them. So actually I think it's going to be okay.
Okay.
Never
Good.
mind. So I guess that's
Well,
it.
that sounds good to me.
I guess
Yeah.
I just gotta say this was brilliant because there's no way one person was gonna build 4 witch farms. So I
Yeah.
want to thank you guys for doing this as
Yeah.
a team, and it was a lot of fun, and I'm just so happy that we have 4 now. It's gonna be great.
Yes, it's awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Yep.
Thanks for the opportunity for the project. I've never built a witch farm before, so this was like my first little build, and it was
Uh-huh.
nice to do it with you guys. So thank you ever so much.
No problem. Right, I'm going to sign out in dramatic style. I'll see you guys later.
We're all going to jump off.
Oh,
I'll see you guys later as well. Woo!
Oh, there's water.
I got 0 deaths. I'm not gonna risk it.
You might hit like a rogue lily pad. So there you have it. The quad witch hut farm is done. It's amazing. And you know what you got to do right now? If you feel like it, you can hit that like button. But also, go and check out ImpulseSV. Link down there in the description box. That's what you should be doing right after watching this video. But thanks for watching it. It's been a fun journey once again. So, as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.